welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Vanessa. This is Nessa CX Beauty, and today we're going to be doing a comparison video on the infamous Honey palette by Colourpop, their yellow eyeshadow palette, which retails for $14 and features 9 shades, and the brand new Wet n Wild Be Mine Honey eyeshadow palette, which retails for $5 and features 9 shades. Do y'all see the similarities in these two eyeshadow palettes? Like, they ain't even try to hide it. But the Honey eyeshadow palette has been sold out forever, and I guess Wet n Wild capitalized on that because she's here, she looks similar, and we're gonna try them out together. We're just gonna go into swatches to see how the swatches compare, and then we're gonna put them on the eyes. So if you're interested in seeing that, just continue watching. Alright y'all, to kind of expedite the process in swatching, I did already swatch the entire Honey eyeshadow palette on my left arm, just going row by row. This is Stinger, Sunburst, Sweet Spot, Dandy, Palooza, Queen Bee, Totally Bugging, Oh Behave, and Buzzkill. So this is the entire Colourpop eyeshadow palette swatched out. And now we're gonna head into the Be Mine Honey. They did not provide shade names, but they numbered them. So it's like 1 through 9. So I guess that is a lack of creativity if you're gonna do a honey themed eyeshadow palette. But we're gonna go into these swatches. Going into number 1, number 2, number 3. And y'all, I must say that this eyeshadow palette actually kind of smells like candy. It smells like candy. It does not smell like honey, it smells like candy. But it's not super strong, but you can smell it. This is number 4. Number 5, which is the glitter, and I hate glitter. I did not know that this palette would have a glitter. Fun fact, my friend Michael, who works at Target, bought this for me because I asked him if it was there, and it was, so he purchased it on my behalf. Thank you, Michael. But if I would have known that this had a glitter shade, I probably wouldn't have bought it because I don't like glitter. Now look at my finger. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. And last but not least, number 9. And this is the entire Be Mine Honey palette swatched out. And now we're going to look at them compared to one another. So up here is the Colourpop Honey. It definitely has more yellows than the Be Mine Honey palette. And that's an initial difference that I spot. The shimmers look gorgeous on both sides, but the glitters look like the exact same glitter. So if you do like the glitter in the Honey eyeshadow palette, this one is pretty spot on. They have those little orange tints to them. They both do. And they look like they would perform the same. But, I mean, some are similar. But I would say that the Be Mine Honey has a little bit more orange. And the Honey has more yellow consistently throughout. So there she is. Do what you will with those comparisons. And now we're going to head into the eye look to see if we can create something similar on each side. So first off, on my right side, we're going to head into the Only Bright Yellow in the Wet n Wild Be Mine Honey palette. And we're using my Morphe JS8 brush. We're just going to pack this all over and blend her out. And that yellow did not turn into a mustard shade. I'm thoroughly impressed. I will say there is a lot of kickback with this yellow though. And now we're gonna head into the Sigma switch, which is their brand new color switch made of silicone. Super great idea. I will never have to replace it, unlike my regular color switch. But we're gonna head into the shade Sweet Spot from the Aha Honey palette and do the exact same thing on my left eye. Do you see the difference? I do, but barely. This one seems a little bit more brighter and a little bit more pigmented on the Colourpop end than the Wet n Wild one. Next, since this doesn't really have a brown, we're gonna head into the shade 9, which is an orange. And this is my Morphe JS9 brush, and we're just gonna pack that on the outer corner and also blend it into the yellow that we just used. This is a satin shade, and this orange is freaking beautiful. The only thing is that the Aha Honey palette does not have an orange shade. Obviously, I'm going to go back with the yellow and blend that back in because I feel like I went hard with the orange shade and I want the yellow to pop out even more. And then we're going to head into the shade Buzzkill, which is the brown in the Aha Honey palette, and do the exact same thing. I forgot how much kickback this palette had as well. Buzzkill really needs to be built up. I do remember this being a problem when I initially reviewed the Aha Honey palette, but it needs to be built up. It's not full on opacity like the orange shade from the Wet n Wild palette. Now I did cut my crease off of camera, but we are going to head back into the Wet n Wild palette into shade number 6 with my Anastasia packing brush. And we're going to put this on the outer half of the lid. Ooh, that's a pretty shade. But this one reminds me of Queen Bee in the Colourpop palette, so that is the shade that we're going to go in with the other eye. I feel like the shimmers in these two palettes have more similarities than the mattes do. But then again, the Wet n Wild one has an orange shimmer as well, and that one is actually super stunning. But I'm not going to use it in today's look, but it's really pretty. It's swatched out gorgeously. And then, as I mentioned, we're going to head into Queen Bee and do the exact same thing on the Colourpop eye. Those two look spot on similar. For the inner portion of the lid, we're going to head into the shade 1 from the Wet n Wild palette. And we're going to place her down. And then for the Colourpop side, we're going to head into Sunburst. And now I'm just going to finish up the rest of my face, and we're going to come back and talk about these two eyeshadow palettes. But let me know what y'all think thus far. Are they the same? Are they different? I'll be right back. Alright y'all, we are back. The face is complete, and we are about to zoom in so we can see how they are looking. The only real differences on these two looks are that I used an orange for the Wet n Wild and a brown for the Colourpop one, and the fact that Sunburst is a duochrome and shade 1 from Wet n Wild is just a shimmer. But other than that, they look completely spot on. I think they're dupes for one another, not gonna lie. I really do. So if you do feel the FOMO for the Aha Honey eyeshadow palette, since it is sold out, I would say that this is a good bet. It does have a few shades that are dissimilar, like these three on the bottom row, 7, 8, and 9. You can't really dupe those out from the Aha Honey palette, but I will say about the Aha Honey palette, like, this shimmer is pretty dope, and it's like a true gold yellow shimmer. And that just isn't present in the Be Mine Honey palette from Wet n Wild. So you are taking a loss and a win when you buy this one. But this one's also available at Target. This one is sold out. So if you are feeling the FOMO, I would say to go with this one. This one has at least 4 shades that are spot on and 5 shades that are a little bit different. Plus, I just am a fan of orange, so I think that's why I'm gravitating towards the Wet n Wild one more. But that's not to say that the Aha Honey one isn't great as well. It has fantastic shimmers as well. The mattes in this one, I ain't the biggest fan of. Not gonna lie, those brown shades I can do without, so I am pretty happy that the Wet n Wild one didn't really have any brown shades. But take what you will from this video. I just thought it was going to be a fun video to do a little bit of a comparison because the Aha Honey is a tried and true and it's also sold out. So this one is looking like a better bet for a third of the price at Target. So that's all I have for y'all today. Have a great day or night wherever you are in the world, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.